most exciting developments in a long time and truly a disruptive technology is artificial intelligence. If you look around though, what you see is a lot of effort trying to be put into what can we do with artificial intelligence. And I'm looking at artificial intelligence a little differently. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is. For example, why are we calling it artificial? What prompted us to be comfortable that says intelligence which is generated by digits and bits and by an algorithmic process, that's fake intelligence, that's artificial intelligence. If it's generated by neural synapses and chemical processes in our brain, that's real intelligence. It's intelligence. I think it's oxymoronic to say there is not real intelligence and real intelligence. The question is, where did it come from and under what conditions was it generated and what's the credibility of that intelligence? I think we have a little bit of an ego problem with artificial intelligence. I think we're afraid. I think we're afraid that maybe there is something else as quote unquote smart as us, and we couldn't possibly have that. We have existed forever at the top of the food chain. And now something that we were smart enough to invent and figure out suddenly seems to threaten that position. I don't really understand why it should. I don't expect robots and computers to take over the world, but I do think that we need to take some time to understand exactly what this artificial intelligence process is before we just go off and try and figure out the latest thing to do with it. You know, I remember attending conferences with educators where they're afraid of ChatGPT. Oh, what are we going to do? How are we going to keep the students from cheating? And I remember answering that question by saying, how do you keep them from cheating now? You take a look at the opportunities to violate or work outside the process, and you redesign the process so that you can't work outside it, or that attempting to isn't worth it. I don't think the advent of artificial intelligence is something that should be feared. But I do think it's something that should be understood, and in the process, perhaps we need to respect it a little more without worrying about it.